Hello and welcome to another episode of Truly Bedrock with me, Mr. Beardstone, and I'm all smart, I'm wearing a suit, and there is a very good reason for that. We've actually just returned from a housewarming party at Bruno's, which was, well, it was a lot of fun, let's be perfectly honest. One thing we had to do for this party, however, was to take an anonymous gift, so we were all given someone, think of it a bit like a Secret Santa type thing, and I had to get a gift for Mr. Zloy. So what we're going to do to start this episode off is I'm just going to show you a few clips, a few highlights of the party, and then we'll get into the meat of today's episode. So me and Zloy were actually the first to arrive, and shortly after we arrived, well, things happened in the garden. That's how you eat cake.
Look, no hands. Not going to be any left for the next. Oh, yep. You actually right-click that.
Yeah, I mean, do you think am I going to get in trouble for eating the cake prematurely?
Well, it is polite to actually. Okay, there are cows down there. I do happen to have 3 buckets. You go grab sugar and eggs.
What? Where am I supposed to get sugar and eggs?
I don't know. I found milk somehow.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, I'm waving at people up in the lounge. They don't suspect a thing.
Awesome. Nice. I got egg. Egg has been acquired. Now we just need to swap it on time.
Shush. Hey guys. How you doing?
Were you standing on the cake?
No, I was standing behind the cake.
Okay.
You looked like you were standing on it, you were waving and everything.
No, yeah. I was standing behind it for reasons that we don't need to go into.
You got pink eye, Beardstone.
Yeah, funny that, Tiz.
It shouldn't be.
Take off your mask.
Oh my! Look, is that a tropical fish?
Yeah, look over. Oh, yeah, look over here. Look, keep looking this way. Look, how cool is that? That cave is amazing.
Yeah, that cave is amazing.
Yeah, nice
cool.
cave.
Yeah.
You want? Yep. And anyhow, back to the main party.
Yeah, that cake looks delicious.
I know, right? It's so fresh.
Yep.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah,
What?
no,
Why?
me either.
Oh, you should not. Well, you should. It would be incredibly impolite not to wait for everybody and start eating.
Exactly. It's not like anyone would ever eat some cake before everyone even arrives.
It's basic party etiquette. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
JC's got a what? Wait, what? Wait, the names of faces are not matching up.
What? I am so confused right now.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
So, I'm gonna need a cheat sheet for this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
So, well, Jesse and JC have turned, or JC and Jesse, but this looks like a Jesse JC, and that looks like a JC Jesse.
You got it. See, no.
I'm glad that clears it up. So that was
Yeah.
very.
Yeah.
I hate that you're right.
We did manage to get the cake replaced, however, and nobody was any the wiser, I don't think. But I definitely wasn't standing on it. I mean, maybe I was briefly, but yeah, we'll just ignore that. But once we had all arrived at the party, Bruno sat down to welcome us.
I'm going to have a seat. I can't see any one of you. I have the cake in my face.
Oh, don't worry, it's inedible.
Oh, nice. It's inedible. I saw Beardstone. Layar, did you switch the cake? I saw Beardstone standing on it.
No, I didn't have any more. So
Okay.
I was standing next to it, I wasn't on it. Zap, however, ran right across it. I don't mean to snitch, but, you know. Look, he's literally doing it right now.
No! Stop! Really?
Party foul.
Yeah, we're going to need a new cake. We're going to need a third cake. I mean, a second cake.
Yeah. What?
We had some food.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I was a little bit nervous. This was my first party in my new house. But it looks like everybody's having fun, kind of.
It's very cool. When does Foxy get here? It's his birthday, isn't it? This is his birthday party, right?
I didn't know, man. I think today's Foxy's birthday, and I didn't know. I organized a party on this server on Foxy's birthday. Like,
Wow.
That's a bit awkward.
Did you even invite Foxy? Where is Foxy? We saw the cute little axolotls.
oh, there we go. Look.
Oh, they're so cute.
Nice.
You kind of missing one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the rare ones up. I have tried breed them a couple times, just
Hey,
only a couple
buddy.
times. I didn't breed them like 12.
Oh!
Oh!
It's
There you
a,
go. There's a blue one.
Oh,
Oh!
it's a baby one.
Thank you so much, man.
look at the little
I-
baby.
And then we went to give out the gifts.
I'll do this. I'll pick one and I'll call the name,
Okay.
and I'll give it to that person. And that person has to guess who gifted. What do you guys think? I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
sounds
okay.
like,
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let me see. This is for Bruno.
Oh!
Of course
It's a
it
setup.
was.
It's a setup.
Oh!
It's a nice suit.
All right.
They're all gonna
Nice,
say it's
good.
for Bruno. He switched the names.
This one is for Sloy. Where is Sloy? Come
Ooh.
over here.
Okay.
Take it. You open
Let's
it.
see this. And it's an epic royalty-free rock music.
Ooh.
Oh. I know I didn't pull out my own name, but that does sound like a Sloy gift. Honestly, this is the most Sloy you could be. I don't know who knows me this well, honestly. I'm getting very T-Stom vibe from this, but I won't even know. Beardy?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
me.
it-
It was me.
Oh, of course it was.
Guys,
Aw.
Oh, thank
You
you
want
so
to-
much. That was adorable.
I thought you'd like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely my jam.
It seemed like Zloy was very happy with the gift that we got him, and then we just went through and gave out all the rest of the gifts. Then we had the inevitable dance party. And then things got a little bit weirder. I love the view from your lounge here as well. You can literally
Really?
see so far in every direction. It's amazing, and
yeah,
your balcony
about
as well.
that.
yeah, what
Yeah, I was
happened?
gonna ask, whose is that?
What is that over there?
That is.
What?
Oh, that is just saying.
I thought it was yours,
It's
Jesse.
the
No.
it's the thing, man. It's been there forever. I think.
I mean, no, not forever.
Is
What
it
is
know,
like
I
somebody breaking my windows?
Well,
Okay,
well,
alright.
oh look, there's a door. There's a door. There's a really handy door just appeared in your window.
Wow.
Where are you
Oh,
going to go? Why?
wait,
Why?
wait, are we
Why? Where are you
okay?
going?
We gotta go
Wait,
see
wait,
what that is.
What is
They're
it?
partying my house, man. Everybody's bouncing.
This thing is very shiny.
It is. It's true.
Very,
Yeah.
very shiny.
Who built it? Which one of you built it?
Not me.
I don't know.
It just popped
Wasn't
up in
me.
my window the other day. Ooh.
That
the
is-
first time
That's
I'm
really
seeing it.
pretty.
It
Oh,
they
it sounds
say-
pretty as well.
I was just gonna say I like the sounds.
Yeah, I assumed it
Yeah,
was
it's okay.
Jesse's, so I've just stayed back. I figured it was some kind of
They have nothing.
spoilers.
Oh,
There's like
Oh.
there's a
There's a-
book here.
there's a book. The scoreboard. Games will begin soon. Good luck. Have fun.
No, wait, this book is actually screaming, right? This scoreboard! The games will begin soon! Good luck, have fun!
Yeah, I don't think you put in enough aggression into it. Try that last line again, but like even more angry.
Have fun! I think that's how it's written. I mean, it's all caps, right?
Yeah,
It is very shouty, yeah.
None of you guys built this, right?
No.
No. Mm.
Maybe Foxy, maybe
There are not enough hay bales in this for this to be a Foxy build.
that
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
look
fair
like a
point.
Foxy build, right?
I mean, out of the usual suspects, I
So
would say
what was that?
Jessie, because I mean, come on. Look at her base, look at this stuff. Look at her base,
Yeah.
look at this stuff.
Mm,
Yeah, that's
It's
what
right here.
I've just assumed
Very
it was yours.
convenient.
But it's not. It's nothing to do with me.
And so now we have this, which very ominously, just as I arrived, the rain started and there was thunder, which is a little bit terrifying because we don't actually know where this came from. We have no idea who built it, what it means, what it's for. The closest, well, in fact, the only information we have is in this book. The scoreboard. The games will begin soon. Good luck. Have fun. So, I mean, what does that even mean? Are we... I don't know. I'm very confused. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think this could be. I mean, what it's about. I mean, I suppose we do have teams, but we chose to do that. Where did this come from? I'm very confused. I'm very confused. But enough of that. It's raining, it's dark, I need to go to bed, and we need to crack on with this episode. I should probably get changed as well. It's a new day, we've got some fresh clothes on, and I feel much better about the whole situation, to be honest with you, because, well, with the weather gone and not being able to see whatever that thing was, I just feel a lot more comfortable. So, on to today's build. The plan for today is to build in this area here. Now, I have kind of marked out a little bit of what I was thinking of doing, but I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger, so you can kind of ignore those markings, I guess, for now. But I do have a block palette sorted out, and what we're going to be doing at the bottom is essentially using quartz, and there's just going to be white stained glass with that as well on the outside, and on the inside we're going to have a brick wall because we're making the bottom half of this look a bit like a coffee shop. I should probably quickly go to bed. Much better. So because we're making the bottom half of this look a bit like a coffee shop, I just think the quartz and the brick are going to work well together. Obviously we're going to get some other bits and bobs on the interior to break this up, but alongside that, what we're going to be doing on the top half of the building, it's actually going to be a little bit different. So we're going to be making use of the brown terracotta, brown concrete and concrete powder. That's going to be our sort of main texture palette. This will be our main block, and then we'll just use this to highlight and shadow in certain areas. And then we're going to be using the stripped warp stem as a highlight colour, which I think is going to work really, really well. And then next to that, we're going to be using white concrete powder and the, what are they, warped wood trapdoors, that's the one for the window areas, and probably get some cyan glass in there as well. But that's the basic colour palette we're going to be working with over here. So as to the purpose of this building, as I say, because we're going to do the bottom half as a coffee shop, we're going to have a sort of alfresco dining area out the front, I think we are going to put a cocoa bean farm in it, and I know I did originally say possibly a smelter as well, but I think I'm actually going to save that for our sort of main base building, which is going to be going on that big platform behind me, which is something we'll be getting to soon, because that's going to have our storage area. I think it kind of makes sense to have the smelter just a little bit closer. So that does mean that once this building's built, we're going to have lots of space up there for other stuff and things, and I think we're probably just going to use that area for some of the smaller farms, such as the, you know, the pickles, the cocoa, the other dye farms that we're going to need, possibly even the rest of the flower farms that we couldn't fit into that building. So with that being done, the next thing for us to do is to, well, just crack on with the build, I guess. So I'm going to go get all the resources. I've got boxes and boxes of things we've gathered ready for this, and, well, you can already hear the music. You know what's coming. See you in a moment. And there we have it, the shell of our build. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse there. You may have noticed it was a little bit different to usual, in that we had sort of rotational movement on Bedrock, which is unusual because we don't have the replay mod or anything fancy like that. However, the wonderful Foxy No-Tail has made something useful for us, and that allows us to play around with dyes and gives us some camera movement and stuff and things, and it's all very, very flash and fancy and enables us to do some nicer time lapses so we can actually have a look around the build as we're building it. And if you want to find out more about that, do go check out Foxy's video. I'll link to that in the description, and you can download it for yourselves. However, back to the build. As you can see, we've still got some work to do. We're going to put some signage on there. We need to, well, we haven't even replaced the floor yet, so we've got to sort out the interior, and we've got a lot of empty space. He's got my stairs. I want them back. Thank you. So yes, as you can see, we've got some dark patches for creepers to spawn on, and we've got lots and lots of space on the interior. So we do need to work that out, which we'll do later on in the episode. But first, I do want to continue with the outside. I haven't even got the iron bars out here for the handles on this bit here. So what we're going to do is get the rest of this finished. If we stand back and have a proper look at it, and look at that, I think that works a treat. It fits in there really well. It's a little bit taller than the other two buildings, and that just adds the variation to the skyline. Once we get some other bits and bobs on the roof as well, that should look very cool. And then we do also still need to sort out the path on the outside here. I think what we're probably going to do is use polished andesite in this area here, just so it differentiates it from the main path, and then we need to work out the rest of the block around the back, but that's obviously something for the future. For now, I'm going to crack on with the rest of the details for this build. I'm going to finish off these windows as well, because they look a bit weird at the moment, because well, they're just dark holes that you can fly directly through at the moment. So I'm going to make a few adjustments, and I will see you in just a moment. A short while later, and I've managed to get the outside looking better? Not perfect, but better. Definitely better. So what I've done is, well, actually, I've added all these street lights down the middle here, and I've got our tram electric rail across the top as well. So we've made a start on this area. Not completely sold on it at the moment, so we may adjust that in future. But it does make the streets look a little bit more full, I guess. But that's not what we're here to look at. What I want to show you is we've added the lettering on the side of the building here. I've also got a floor in on the inside. So I've actually gone with stripped birch in here because I think that's going to work quite well. And I've started to work out how the interior is going to go. So I quite like this effect here with the stairs, and I think we might do that on portions of the back wall. And we're going to put a counter in probably over that side, seating on this bit. And then this here is going to go round to the toilets. And then upstairs here is where we'll start putting all our farms and things. But I need a lot more quartz, and my masons just aren't giving me enough at the moment. So I may well have to go on a mining session to get all of the quartz I need for the rest of that. Besides that, I've also put a big billboard up on this side using a bit of the deep slate and sort of sea lanterns and some end rods and bits of iron and all sorts, and just put a little bit more random lettering on there as well. Yeah, not a fan of that. That looks a bit too chunky over there. So I'm probably going to fiddle with that a little bit. But I like how the sign looks. I think that really does work. And I've also tried out putting some iron rails here to see if it kind of breaks up those corners a bit. And I can't decide if I like it there or not. So I'm just going to leave it for now. Lastly, out the front here, I have put down some polished andesite. And this is where I was going to have the kind of alfresco dining type bit. But it might be a little bit cramped. So I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that yet. Or even if I am, I kind of feel like maybe it needs a couple of tables, but maybe separating it out isn't such a good idea. I could just maybe put some sort of, I don't know, flower beds or something in along there, just a small one, to sort of show that that's the front of the cafe type area. Not entirely sure, but I think it could probably do with some awning as well. Lastly, I've also started working out what's going to happen over here, and I think this is where the road's going to go straight again, and it's going to go this way up the hill and then loop around the back of the buildings once we get the other half of this block in. But in order to do that, it means I'm going to be left with a bit of a stranger shape over here, because we've got the points and then it goes straight here, and then there's going to be a straight road going down that way, probably a bit further back, and that's going to leave us quite a large plot of land over here, which originally I was going to do like a park and all sorts, but I'm thinking it might work quite well to have a building or two here, and then possibly a subway station, so we can finally connect onto Tiz's subway that he's got running between his base and spawn. But we'll see, we'll see. For now, I'm going to carry on working on the interior in here, and I want to try and get the downstairs looking good this episode. I'm not so concerned about getting the farms in today. I don't think we're going to have time for that. But if I can at least get the downstairs sorted and have this looking a bit more cafe-like, then I think I'm going to be in a much better place. Can confirm I'm in a much better place, and look at this. I think it's come out really well considering the limited resources I had, and no, it's not finished. I ran out of quartz. Again. Overall, I am really pleased with how this has come out. We did manage to squeeze in a small alfresco dining area on the outside, and this warped wood goes really well with the wool, I found out, so I'm very pleased with that because the canopy was looking a bit bland beforehand. As we move inside, you can see I've tried to make it look sort of busy and used and even lived in, really, I suppose, because I've added myself and Tiz here because they're the only heads I had to hand. I actually stole that one from Tiz, don't tell him. But other than that, we've got a wandering trader enjoying a nice break, and we have our staff, who are, of course, bees, because I have an absolute buttload of bee heads, but that's for a reason we don't need to go into right now. In regards to the smaller details, I have had a bit of fun here. I've added in a bee nest, not a beehive, I almost said beehive again, and also a composter to look sort of like honey and chocolate syrup for coffees. We've got cakes on the cake stands, we've got a coffee machine kind of thing, yeah, not entirely sure what's going on there, and then we've just added a few other small details and things and scattered some empty cups around and so on. However, we do still have a big hole round the back here, and this, I'm actually going to use this as my storeroom, so because we're going to be having farms and things up here, I think it makes sense to be able to access those farm drops from downstairs. So yeah, I've just sort of put in a little storeroom around the back here instead of turning them into useless toilets. So we can drop everything straight into these barrels or chests or however we end up doing this room, and it will of course be boxed in and walled off once I've got some more quartz. If you have any ideas of what we can put in here to make this look even more coffee shop like and just look cool, then by all means please do leave a message in the comments. I need all the help I can get with interiors. I'm still learning how to do them. I generally just focus on sort of exteriors, and I'm trying to make sure that every single build we put in this city does actually have a full interior. And yeah, they've not gone brilliantly so far, because we've got the kind of clothes shop in there that I'm really not that happy with. I do quite like the garden centre one, but the coffee shop, I think, is now my new favourite. However, it could still probably do with a little bit more extra detail. On the outside, I've finished off the sort of street lantern cable holder type things, and this street is actually looking really cool as well. We just need to focus on getting the rest of the street round the corner, and then obviously there's the rest of the block, and then there's all the additional blocks, and then there's the big storage centre, and then we need to do the park as well. And when we do that, we should probably do the subway, and when we do the subway, we need to make sure that we build a theatre, and then we've got the honey shop. Wait a minute, what's this? To the owner of this building, following Groover's repeated request for you to pay royalty fees for the use of orange in your build, we've been instructed to take up the collection service. What? The original fee of 5 diamonds still stands, however, as we have now expended time and resources on the collection process, the fee has accrued some admin fees listed and priced as follows: ink and paper. And a quill, undue stress on the client, wear and tear on seating, lawyer's fee, the lawyer's lawyer fee, therapist fee, and a kitchen sink fee. 15 diamonds for using orange in a build? You're having a bubble, mate. This sum is due immediately and without delay. Failure to pay the sum stated could result in further correspondence, incurring further fees. Payment can be made to Groover directly or by leaving a chest with the payment and note near his chest monster. Yours, Goat's Collection Service. Well, I think we know exactly what to do with this. Toodles. Try and extort me, honestly. Well, sadly, that's all we've got time for today. If you have enjoyed the episode, though, please do leave a like, and if you're new here, please do consider subscribing. It really does help the channel out. Tell your friends, get them over here, get them to have a little watch and see if they like it. And I will see you all on the next episode. Bye-bye now.